The next slide, are people following along with this? No? Can't get on? Okay, well, we're crashing and burning. All right, well, the next slide on here, it says, why play for the Illinois Indians? And for the families that have been in the program before, at the end of the year, I send out a kind of an end of the year survey, and I want to get feedback on what we did well, what we need to work on, and try to formulate the plan going into the next year. And for 4 years running, when we ask what the strongest part of the program is, it's the off-season training program, and the coaching. And like I said, I really do think we have a good core group of guys, and I believe that our off-season program, especially with the refinement that it's went through in the past couple of years, is second to none. Some of the kids, made vast improvements in a lot of different areas, bumping up their throwing velocity, fundamental skills, their ball exit speed, a lot of the things that, they need to make their high school team, to make their varsity team. A lot of those things they're, improving on, and that's because we really took a targeted approach and said, okay, well, what do our guys need? It's easy to say, well, he's a good baseball player, or he needs to be a better hitter. Okay, but once you start applying data to it, and once you start marking that improvement, and kids start getting excited about it, it motivates them to even work harder. And along with that off-season training, one thing that we do is we send out, where the kids are. It's an open book, and some people have a hard time with that. They don't like to see the truth. Okay, but at this point, that window of opportunity, if the goal is varsity baseball or even college or professional baseball, that window of opportunity closes a little bit each day. So it's important that we are an open book, and you guys get to see where you fall in with some other players. The training program, the way that we do it, it's actually offered 5 times per week, and the way we program it is, last year, and it will probably be similar this year, is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. We went from about 8:30 to 10, 8 to 9:30, depending on the night, and those 3 nights were pretty much the same. They focus on one specific or 2 specific, skill things like we're talking. Today we're going to work on ball exit speed, and then we're going to apply that with swing mechanics. So we do some sort of functional movement, be it a medicine ball throw, some band work, some explosive power type exercise, and then we go into the cage and try to apply that there. So there's the functional part, and then it's actually applying it, in the baseball setting. So that's what our weeknight sessions are, and we encourage kids to make at least one of those during one of the weeknights. And then on the weekends, the program's geared a little bit more towards the team and the skill development. So we're not going to do as many measurements. We're not going to do as much testing. We're going to talk about team defense. We're going to talk about approaching a ground ball. A lot of the more subjective parts of the game, a lot of the more kind of, I guess you could say, baseball IQ or baseball acumen type things, we're really going to hit on those. And we're going to do it in a team-like setting. Going down the why play for the Indians, the professional head coach, we touched on that already. We don't have parent involvement as far as baseball is concerned at the high school levels. I know some programs may have an assigned head coach and then asking dads to help out. Moms, dads, if you want to help bring a cooler of water to the game, or keep your own book, and let us know if you think it was a hit or an error. That's great, but the kids in the dugout are keeping books, and we're kind of cross-checking that. And then, as far as baseball is concerned, we pretty much have that covered. So, why play for the Indians? One of the other things to mention is the college placement part of it. And I think one of the things that I pride myself in is, on many levels, from professional, college, Division III, junior college, Division I, is I'm, kind of a networker. I enjoy getting out there, meeting different people, learning about the game, attending conventions, and that's really what this game is. Baseball, much like a lot of other things in life, it's about that network. It's about people that you know, and I'm not sitting up here promising your son's going to get a scholarship because of somebody I know. But the larger that is, the more opportunity that's out there. You know, I firmly believe that it's easier to play college baseball or college sport than it is to play at your own high school. You know, you can't really choose your high school to an extent, but colleges, there's thousands out there. You know, at varying levels for different types of talents, for different types of kids, and there's the right fit out there. You know, but you can't just pigeonhole yourself and say, I want to go to a Big Ten school, and that's the be-all, end-all. So, you know, the larger the network, the more opportunity, the more choices, the better off you'll be. In the 10-year history, this will be 10 years for play ball. You know, like I said, 6 years for the Indians. Players that we've worked with directly, you know, there's been 206 kids move on to play college baseball, and I think that's a pretty awesome number. Not saying we're the reason, you know, but we were part of their story, and I'm very proud of that. Last thing, why play for the Indians? You know, outside of the 5 nights a week of training and all that other good stuff, if you haven't had enough, then, you know, we do offer the private lessons and some other things for those people that need an individual type setting. You know, so other teams might have, you know, their practices, but their coach has a full-time job. You know, most of our coaches, that's what they do. They're baseball people, kind of through and through.